Time for another Mark's Comic Haul, y'all. Wow. Okay, so this is video 1 of 2, and it's probably going to be a long one. So what this is from Free Comic Book Day, which happened last weekend. I actually set up at 2 different stores as my website, bigfanboy.com. I do a lot of promo giveaways. We give away like a ton of movie stuff. We gave away a bunch of stuff from Doctor Strange. And so we were doing promos at 2 different comic book shops. The first one was Zeus Toys and Comics, which is right down the street from me. And the other one was Collected, which is in Fort Worth, which is a bit of a hike. But I love Ron. I've known him forever, and I like going to a store. So I'm going to show you the stuff I got at Collected first. And these were all quarter comics because they had a huge quarter comic sale. So I'll go through that here in just a minute. But if you guys are new to this channel, my name is Mark Walters. This is called Mark's Comic Haul, y'all. I do these haul videos from time to time, usually new stuff, but sometimes you'll see some older stuff. And in this particular video, you're going to see all the things that I picked up at one of the quarter comic sales on Free Comic Book Day 2022. So if you enjoy this content, please do me a favor, like and subscribe down below. I would very much appreciate it. I also run the Dallas Comic Show. The next Dallas Comic Show is August 12th and 13th in Dallas, Texas. So if you guys are into the whole Comic-Con scene and you can be in the DFW area around August, please check out Dallas Comic Show. You can find some great deals there as well. All right, so here's what I'm going to start off with. This is all quarter comics. Everything you're going to see is quarter comics. This one is not in a bag because it's got a little bit of sticky residue on the cover, and I've got to get that off of there, and it's going to take a little bit of work to do so. So I haven't put this in a bag and a board yet. But this is Marvel Age number 14. It's a John Byrne issue. So thought that was kind of fun, and I don't think I have that particular issue. Like, I don't think I've ever had that one before. Stuff like this, I will always pick these up when I can get them for a quarter. This is Manga Blast, and these are out of order. Why are these out of order? Okay. Super Manga Blast, 128 pages. And these particular issues I grabbed because they feature Appleseed, which I was a big fan of when I got into comics in the 90s. So this is Super Manga Blast number 25, number 26, number 27. Really like that cover. And number 28. And like I said, they all feature Appleseed. And just to kind of give you an idea, in case you've never seen these before, so they're just loaded with manga. Really cool artwork, great stuff. And yeah, I was real happy to get my hands on these. Anytime I can get these for really cheap, very happy to get those, especially for a quarter a piece. Okay, so let me put these aside. I need to get those in bags and boards. Grab the new Marvel previews. I think I already had a copy of this, but it previews Judgment Day, Amazing Spider-Man. I don't know why these are not in bags. I actually think I ran out of bags and boards. But this is Martial Law number 1 of 2. Grab that because I really like Kevin O'Neill when he does this stuff. Spider-Geddon, what is this? Spider Force number 1. I don't know. Just grabbed it. Tony Stark Iron Man number 3, the Adam Hughes Fantastic Four variant cover. So yeah, those 3 I grabbed as part of that quarter comic sale, but I think they got separated because, like I said, I think I ran out of bags and boards. I mentioned it before, but I didn't really grab a lot of Free Comic Book Day stuff. But they had, in the quarter boxes, they had some stuff from, I guess, last year or the years previous. So I got a Deadly Class free comic book day book. I don't think I had one of these. Punchline, The Boys. This I know I have, but this I know was a book that was kind of hard to find in good shape. And then Firepower free comic book day. So yeah, I grabbed those because they were in the quarter boxes. Oh, I previously picked up some Jim Lee X-Men. That's X-Men number 2. There was a box that had a whole bunch of these. This is X-Men number 10, Return of Longshot. And I was trying to make some sets. And the last time Ron had one of these sales, I got a bunch of these. And I have been asking him ever since if he could find the box that had the X-Men in it. Well, we finally found it. So, X-Men number 9, featuring Wolverine versus Ghost Rider. And the reason I'd been looking for them is because I was missing some. X-Men number 8, Return of Bishop. I was missing some to be able to make complete sets with. X-Men number 7. Is this the... It's not the second Omega Red, but it's like a cool fight issue. And X-Men number 6. Anyway, I can't remember which issue I was missing. Oh, one last one. X-Men number 3. I can't remember which ones I was missing. Excuse me, to be able to make the sets I needed to make. But I grabbed some extras from the quarter boxes, so I was happy to be able to do that. Put those aside. Okay. What we're about to get into here is 2 full short boxes. And when I say short boxes, I mean like this is the lid. Like this is a full-length short box. I've got 2 of them filled with quarter comics. These I took out so that it wouldn't be so tight to get through the boxes. 52, I just grabbed the key issues from this run because, you know, they're always worth grabbing when you see them cheap. This is week 3. I can't remember the significance of this. I think it's a first appearance of a character that kind of pays off later, but anyway, I know you guys, a lot of you guys have these. 52 week 6. And again, I just grabbed these because they're kind of like minor keys. Week 19. I just can't remember. I think, is that an origin issue? Week 21. Week 23. Black Adam story. Week 26. And I apologize for not telling you guys the exact specific reason why I grabbed these. This is week 31. I just know that they're minor keys. Week 43. Week 49. And 52, week 52. And I know there's some kind of a key moment that happens in that book, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But I always grab these when I see them cheap, because you never know. All right, box 1. Let me see if I can, just to illustrate here. Box 1 of 2. All right, all of these books that you're about to see, I got for $0.25 a piece. And I'm going to try to get through these as quickly as I can. These are all in alphabetical order. I did not separate them by company, which I sometimes do. All right, so Action Comics 546. I always like this issue. Gil Kane cover, features the Justice League and the new Teen Titans. And yeah, you got everybody in here. I mean, just a really cool issue. Adventure Comics number 423, just a really nice classic Supergirl 20 center. Is that Neil Adams? Or is that like a Rich Buckler? I don't know. It looks almost like, it looks like Neil Adams. Okay, Adventure Comics number 467, first appearance of Starman right here. There's a couple different Starmans, probably not the one you're thinking of. Anyway, first appearance in that issue. Adventure Comics number 470, featuring the origin of Starman. First, Adventure Comics number 471. I like these comics because they have Plastic Man. This point in the run, I think they were kind of, the print run was really starting to dip down. 472. Where am I at? 11 minutes. 474. Action Comics. Wow, these got mixed up. How did these get mixed up? Action Comics 824. So these should actually have come before Adventure Comics. Action Comics. I think these are minor keys too, but I can't remember the reasoning behind it. Action Comics 825, 40-page special. Adventures of Superman number 425, just a really cool Jerry Ordway Superman cover. Adventures of Superman number 426. Adventures of Superman number 427. Superman lifting a tank. Tanks for nothing! Adventures of Superman number 428. Adventures of Superman. Oh, I always love this cover. 431. I always loved like kind of like the darker side of Superman. Always liked that cover. Adventures of Superman 491. There's actually two versions of this book. One has like a metallic embossed cover, and then there's this one which is just the ordinary regular cover. Adventures of Superman 596. This is like a I don't know, like a $20 or $30 book. It's one of those books that, like, you know, I collect Superman and I wasn't really paying attention, and I went and I looked this up, and this book's going for like, you know, 20, 30 bucks. But I can't remember the specific reason why. Okay, so those were out of order. Yeah. Because that Action Comics should have come first. Okay, so what do we got next? This is kind of cool because, man, you never see these. I mean, you just never see them, especially in good shape. And these are in excellent shape. Albedo, Anthropomorphics. This is issue number 9. Number 9. And you guys probably know Albedo because this was the book that Usagi Yojimbo first appeared in. Sadly, not these issues. Issue number 2 is the one that you want. But still, like, to find these books in really good shape it's pretty rare. They're just really cool, kind of like, you know, low print run independents. Albedo number 12, Floating Stuff issue. Albedo number 13. They had a couple other issues of this, but they were sort of beat up, so I passed on them. I probably should have grabbed them because I think they're pretty rare. All New Captain America Special number 1. with Sam Wilson as Captain America. All new Wolverine number 7, first appearance of, what is it? It's like the pet. I can't remember, like Honey Badger's pet or something. I don't know. There's some sort of minor, silly minor key in this book. All new X-Men, issue 38. I just really like this because of the Phil Noto cover. It looks almost like a classic, like Time magazine or something, Life magazine. Really happy to get this. Amazing Heroes number 132, spotlighting Howard Chaykin. Really cool issue, in excellent shape, featuring really nice articles about Howard Chaykin and all the comics that were coming out at that time. Animal Man number 24, really cool Brian Boland cover with all these comic books on the cover, classic issues. Astonishing Ant-Man number 1, cover by Mark Brooks. Ant-Man and the Wasp number 1. Is this David Nakayama? I think. I want to say that's David Nakayama, but I could be wrong. Maybe like early David Nakayama. Okay. Bear with me. I need a minute to get these books where I can get to them a little easier. All right. Aquaman number 32. I just picked this up because it has this really cool, kind of like, I don't know what you would call this. I know that DC did that whole Bombshells sort of thing, and I don't know if this counts as one of the Bombshell covers, but it's just a really nice Mara cover. It certainly looks like one of those Bombshells covers, but I don't know if it's officially one or not. Anyway, I never see that book. I just picked up one of these in a sale. I think I showed you guys in one of my previous videos, but I picked up another one, Avengers number 400. Just a really cool kind of landmark issue. So now this is a book I was really glad to get. This is Avengers number 28. And there are 2 other Avengers books that are like the left side and the right side of this. So like this would be in the center, and then on this side you'd see all these characters flying away, and on this side you'd see all these characters flying away. But I don't think I've ever had this middle piece. I need to see if I can find those other issues and put them side by side. Avengers West Coast number 48, just a really cool dark Scarlet Witch issue. This is a book I had never seen before from Eclipse Comics. She's Here, AXA Comics, first issue. I did not recognize the creator on this, but it's good looking art on the inside. Same guy that does the cover does the interior. Azrael Annual number 3. I picked this up because it was one of those pulp heroes. They did a series of covers to make them look like old pulp magazines, and this is one I've never seen. Like, I have most of these pulp covers that they did, but I don't think I've ever seen this one. So I'm guessing because it's Azrael, it had to have kind of a low print run. Back to the Future number 1 from IDW. This is a second print variant cover featuring the time coordinates. This would be a cool book to get signed. Like if I saw Christopher Lloyd or Leah Thompson or somebody, it's got a lot of space for signatures on it. Always like this book, The Badger, number 1. Is that Stephen Butler, I think? Yeah, pretty sure. My buddy, Stephen Butler. Big Trouble in Little China, number 13. And I grabbed this because it features artwork by my buddy Joe Eisma, who was just at the last Dallas Comic Show. It's a cool cover. Big Trouble in Little China number 14. Really like this cover. Also features artwork by Joe Eisma. Big Trouble in Little China. Big Trouble in Little China number 15. And this also features artwork by Joe Eisma. It's an interesting cover. Happy to get this. Bizarre Adventures. This is an old Marvel magazine that they did, but this particular issue was done comic book format, and special Hate the Holidays issue. This featured stories by, you know, different well-known Marvel creators, and this particular issue features I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it's a pretty well-known, hang on a second, I'll show you. Larry Hama and Bob Camp, Paul Smith, Mark Grunwald, Steve Skeets, Steve Smallwood, Al Milgrom, Mike Carlin. Maybe I'm thinking of Paul Smith, but yeah. And I was happy because it's got the Bob Camp story in it too. But yeah, it's got some cool, some really weird, trippy artwork in it. I was happy to get this. I've had this book before, but I don't think I've had a copy this nice. That was one of the things I was really impressed with when I was going through these quarter comics at Collected was, you had to sift through a lot of stuff. You know, there was a lot of books that were beat up, but some of these books were like pristine, like they look like they just came off the printer. It's always nice when you can find books like that, especially in quarter comic sales. Excuse me. All right, Blue Beetle number 20. This is part of the Sinestro Corps War, kind of a crossover book, and I figure Blue Beetle was not a really highly ordered title at the time, so if you're collecting the Sinestro Corps War, this would be a nice little crossover issue to have. This is a cool book to have right about now. If you guys have seen Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and I'm trying so hard not to give out any spoilers, but you know what? The window on that's kind of closing. Like, if you haven't seen it by now, I'm sure you've probably at least seen spoilers online. Black Bolt number 1. I always really liked this cover. Was that Christian Ward? I think, yeah, Christian Ward. But yeah, that's a cool book. And this is Black Bolt number 1. The variant cover, I'm not sure who the artist is, but just a really cool Black Bolt cover. And then Black Bolt number 1, the, what do you call it? I forget the guy's name that does these. John Tyler Christopher, is it the action figure variant covers that they did? Is that John Tyler Christopher? I think it is, yeah. Happy to get these. Captain Victory number 7. Just a really nice copy of Captain Victory number 7, Jack Kirby comic book. Captain Victory number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Captain Victory number 10. Big surprise issue. Really nice Kirby cover on that. Captain Victory and the Galactic Rangers number 11, I believe. Is that number 11? Or is that, yeah, it's number 11. And that's the origin issue of Captain Victory and the Galactic Rangers. Captain Victory and the Galactic Rangers number 12. And this is Origin 2. Look at that, Origin 2. So it's, the origin was so big they had to spread it out over 2 issues. Captain Victory and the Galactic Rangers, number 13. Oh my God. Apparently the origin was so big, it was a trilogy. The origin trilogy for Captain Victory and the Galactic Rangers. So this is the third part of the origin for the Galactic Rangers, Captain Victory. So this was kind of an interesting book. This is an anthology. It's an independent title. It's called The Untold Tales of Chex Quest. And I don't really know anything about this, but it looked interesting, and I'd never seen it before, and so I grabbed. That's the first one, and then this is, I believe, a 1 in 10 variant cover. And man, look at that. How crazy is that? I don't know what this book is, but I'm kind of anxious to dip into it and see what in the world I picked up there. Okay. Conan number 0. This was actually a quarter comic when it came out. Dark Horse did a special thing where they put it out for a quarter. Carrie Nord artwork, Kurt Busiek did the writing. It's a really cool looking book. This is a cool book to have right about now because it's the first appearance of the White Fox, and that is Contest of Champions number 1. This is the John Tyler Christopher action figure cover featuring Maestro. This is the variant featuring Deadpool fighting Spider-Man in video game style. And if you look up close, it's like all pixelated like a video game. I'm not sure who did that cover. I need to look that up. I've shown you guys these books before. This is Countdown Presents The Search for Ray Palmer Crime Society. This is the first appearance of the Jokester. Kind of an alternate universe sort of thing. Countdown Presents The Search for Ray Palmer, Gotham by Gaslight. So this sort of takes place in the same universe as the Gotham by Gaslight Batman deluxe book did. Really happy to get this. The Official Crisis on Infinite Earths Index number 1. And I assume that is George Perez artwork. Rest in peace, George. But I don't think I've ever had this book before. It's kind of a cool looking book. Oof, I'm at 27 minutes. This is going to be like at least an hour long video. Critical Mass number 1. Mike Mignola cover art there. One of the Marvel Epic deluxe books. Daredevil number 311 featuring Calypso. Not the first appearance of Calypso, but I guess early on. Daredevil number 82. I believe this was the first issue that Michael Lark did artwork on, if I'm not mistaken. Daredevil number 500. This is a cool book. Alex Ross cover. Very nice. And that's a big, thick book, too. Daredevil number 7, just really love this Bill Sienkiewicz cover. I just had to get this for the kitsch value of it. Daredevil, the official adaptation of the hit movie. The Ben Affleck Daredevil movie. Darkhawk number 25. Big deluxe 90s book with the red foil cover. It's got all sorts of stuff going on there. Cardstock cover. This was kind of cool. I've had this book before, but I always love picking it up because it is kind of a bit of comic book history, and that is Dark Horse Presents number 1. You guys ever seen this? Featuring Black Cross. Dark Horse Presents number 1. It's not really worth anything, but it's just kind of a cool book to have. Dark Interlude number 1. Wasn't familiar with it. Looked cool, so I thought I'd grab it. Okay. I hope I don't have to make this a two-part video, because, man, this is a lot of books. And what's really scary is the Zeus haul is even bigger. All right, this is DC Comics Presents number 96, Superman and Blue Devil. This book was a little rattier than I thought. I didn't notice until I got it out of the bad bag that it was in. But it was a book I didn't have before. Dead Man #1 by Kelly Jones. Look at this beautiful deluxe format DC book. Thick book. Really cool. Gotta get Kelly back to Dallas so he can sign that. Deadpool's Secret Wars #1. Tony Harris cover. I always love this book, and not just because I'm friends with the guy that drew it, but Deathstroke the Terminator #1. This is the second printing of the first issue, and they did kind of this gold ink variant. And this is one of those books that's really hard to find in good shape because the gold ink, I've told you guys about these before, but they're fingerprint magnets. Like, you touch these things, your fingerprints are on them forever. And for some reason, you just never see this book in really good shape. And this was a really nice copy, so I was happy to get it. My friend Steve Irwin drew that book. Not to be confused with Steve Irwin, the Crocodile Hunter. But I love Steve's style because when he would draw Deathstroke, like jumping off a building, he would draw like every position of Deathstroke's body, like as he was jumping. It was really, really cool. Deathstroke Terminator #6. This was the beginning of a Batman crossover that they did. Deathstroke the Terminator #7. It's called City of Assassins. Batman and Deathstroke. These are Mike Zeck covers, by the way. Deathstroke the Terminator #8. Always like that cover. Deathstroke the Terminator #9. Number 9. Mike at Comic Cryptic Castle Hills knows what I'm doing. Deathstroke the Terminator #10. This book here, #9, is actually the first appearance of the new Vigilante. But this is her first cover appearance. And I remember for the longest time, people thought this was her first appearance. They didn't realize that she actually appeared in the book before. Deathstroke Terminator #31. If I'm not mistaken, this is actually Steve's artwork on the cover. Steve Irwin did the cover as well as the interior artwork on this one. Same with this. Deathstroke Terminator 32. I believe this is a Steve Irwin cover, as well as interior. I have Steve at my shows a lot as a guest because he lives here in town. So it's nice to have books to get him to sign. Deathstroke the Terminator #33. And again, I think this is a Steve Irwin cover. And how appropriate, because the storyline is Demolition in Dallas, which is where I live, of course. Deathstroke the Terminator #34. Now, I think this is Steve, but I'm not 100% sure. I know he did the interiors, but... And this is not Steve, but Deathstroke #50. I just never had this book before. It's late in the run. The title was not heavily ordered at the time. Happy to get my hands on these. The new Defenders, #125. Iceman and Moondragon join the Defenders in this issue. Really cool cover. Just love that cover. This is 133. First cameo appearance of Manslaughter in this issue. This is 134. First full appearance of Manslaughter in this issue. Street sweeper going by outside. Issue 138. This is the first appearance of the Dragon of the Moon, which is the offspring of Set. So yeah, just really cool classic Marvels there. And those are books, man, you know, you talk about like, you rarely find them in good shape. I never see those issues of Defenders in good shape. They're always beat up. All right, so this is Doctor Strange #1. I don't remember. I think this is from, yeah, it's from the Sorcerer Supreme series, but this is the John Tyler Christopher action figure variant. Dune House of Atreides, or Dune House Atreides #1 from Boom Studios. I have these, but I don't think I had bought all the covers when they came out. Dune House Atreides #1. This is the regular cover, and you're going to see the die cut here in a minute. Dune House Atreides #1. Again, just different covers. Dune House Atreides #1. Jay Lee. Dune House Atreides #1. Castle Caladan variant, I guess. Dune House Atreides #1. This is the die cut cover where this the sandworm opens up and the mouth is die cut so that you can see the Jay Lee artwork underneath. Happy to get those. Earth 2 #25. So this is an interesting book because this issue had the first appearance of Val Zod on the cover, but this is a variant cover by Walter Simonson featuring the two Batmans. So technically this is not the cover that you would want, but I really dig this cover by Walt Simonson. And even this issue goes, or this cover goes for like 20 bucks. So it's a cool book to have. The Elektra Saga #2. Now you might be asking yourselves, why would I pick up issue 2 and not issue 1? They actually had issue 1, but the reason I picked up issue 2 is because I already have issue 1. I don't have issue 2. So I was happy to get it for a quarter. Frank Miller, Elektra work. Elektra #21. This is from the Marvel Knights run, and it's the first appearance of her new white costume. It's a Greg Horn cover. And then this is Elektra 22. This is the first appearance of her new white costume on the actual cover. Kind of a nice book to have. Elephant Men #1. Or actually, I'm sorry. This is issue #51. I don't know why they put this very deceiving #1 right here, because you can see right there it says issue 51. But yeah, it says #1 on the cover. Anyway, it's a cool cover. Okay. I apologize for the length of this video, guys, but it looks like this is going to be a long one because I am not even done with the first box yet. So, Excalibur #42. I know this is a first appearance. I can't think of what it is, but Alan Davis artwork, you can't go wrong. Excalibur #41. See, now why is that out of order? I just picked this up because it's got this really cool X-Men cover by Alan Davis. Need to get those in order. Fantastic Four 394. This issue is polybagged with this Marvel, what is it? Marvel Action Hour, Fantastic Four. It's like the animated series, I guess they were doing at the time. So I probably need to take that out of the bag, but I don't know. Fantastic Four 400 with this really cool, trippy holofoil cover. This is from the time when they were doing, Paul Ryan was doing the artwork for it. Really cool artwork. I actually own a really nice Paul Ryan page from Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four #414, Fate of Thy Father's Son. I can't remember if this is like a key issue or not, but I have never owned this issue, so I figured why not. Fantastic Four Annual number 20. I mean, come on. Look at this cover. The fearsome fate of Franklin Richards at the hands of Doctor Doom. Free energy. Look at this. Come on. Giant size annual. Really cool. Beautiful shape, too. Fantastic Four Annual number 22. Just another cool cover. Part of the Atlantis Attacks storyline. Fantastic Four Annual 23. I just picked up one of these from, what was it, Boomerang Comics like a week or so ago. But this is the first appearance of Ahab. Fantastic Four Annual number 24. Just another cool Fantastic Four Annual. Really, really nice shape. Fantastic Four Annual 26. First appearance of Wild Streak. I think I also picked this up from Boomerang Comics, but for a quarter, why not pick up another one? And this is polybagged with a trading card, I believe. Fantastic Four Unlimited number 1. And this features the first appearance of Black Panther. What is his name in this? It's like Katala or something like that. It's like a future version of Black Panther, but first appearance in this issue. And it's not Azari T'Challa, which is kind of like the hot current future version of Black Panther, but yeah, anyway. And then I picked this up because I really like the cover. Fantastic Four, did I say this was Fantastic Four Unlimited? It's Unlimited. Fantastic Four Unlimited number 4. Look at this beautiful Hulk versus Thing cover. I don't think I've ever seen this book. Really, really nice cover. Just love that. Anytime you get Hulk versus Thing, it's always worth grabbing. Marvel Generations, featuring All New Wolverine and Wolverine. I believe this is a variant. I think there was a regular cover and then a variant cover, but it's a really cool looking cover. Okay. Go on to... Man, I love this cover. This is Green Lantern number 196. He is the new Green Lantern, and don't you forget it. Just a really cool Howard Chaykin, Guy Gardner cover. And Howard Chaykin years later would do a Guy Gardner miniseries for DC. So I guess this was kind of his initiation to working on Guy Gardner. But I really love this cover. Look at that red background. Really nice. Green Lantern number 25. Who will be the Earth's Green Lantern? Green Lantern Corps Quarterly number 1. First issue of that title. It's like a big deluxe book. Guardians of the Galaxy number 41. This is... What is the significance of this? I think it's like the first future Loki or something. I can't remember what they called. I think it's the first future Loki, I think is what they say this is. And then I just thought this was a really cool cover. This is Guardians of the Galaxy number 36. In the grip of Dormammu. I don't know if there's anything key about this. I just like the cover. Gwenpool Holiday Special. This is a variant, but I can't recall. I think it's like a 1 in 10 variant cover. Gwen Stacy number 1. I'm sorry, number 2. Adam Hughes cover. Todd Knock did the interior art. Hawkeye number 1. This is from the Lemire run. This is not the Hawkeye number 1 that everybody wants, but it is a cool issue nonetheless. And this actually did go into second printing. This is a first print. Harley Quinn Power Girl #1. Homesick Pilots #1. I think this is considered to be cover A, cover B, and cover C. Howard the Duck #3. This is actually like a variant, like a ratio variant, but I don't know if it's like a 1 in 10. But yeah, as you can see on the price tag there, it was originally $14.99. Does it say on the price tag? No, I guess not. But yeah, just a nice Howard the Duck cover. Howard the Duck, he's flying on a plane and there's like, you know, geese outside flying in the... Oh my God, we're almost done with box 1. And then we've got box 2. Where am I? 46 minutes? My God, sorry guys. Hunt for Wolverine, Dead Ends. This is a Dale Keown variant cover. Identity Crisis #3. Is this the first appearance of Captain Cold's son? I can't remember. I always want to say it's either #3 or #5. I think it's #3 because I remember this cover. So that's a key. Grabbed a bunch of these. This is the Infinity Warps Weapon Hex #1. These all feature like first appearances of weird characters. Infinity Warp's Ghost Panther. It's made with bits of real panther. Infinity Warp's Ghost Panther. I guess this is a variant cover. Infinity Warp's Arachnite #1. I think this book was hot for like a second. Infinity Warp's, I guess this is just Infinity Warp's #1, but it's a variant cover. Infinity Warp's #1, another, I don't know, maybe this is like cover A or like the regular cover. Infinity Warp's #1, the Deadpool Salva variant. I died. I don't know why I grabbed this. I just thought it was funny. What is he saying there? I got my trunks back. Yeah, there you go. Oh, he's got the Infinity Gems on his swim trunks. That's probably why I grabbed it. Infinity Warp's #1, another variant cover. Just kind of a cool looking variant. Good Lord. Infinity Warp's #1, another variant cover. I'm just waiting for these to hit it big, man. Counting on those Infinity Warp's books to go up. Infinity Wars Fallen Guardian #1. Featuring Guardians of the Galaxy there. Stan Lee Memorial Trade Dress. The Inhumans #1. This is from, I remember when this came out back in like the 90s, I think. It's kind of a cool book. Iron Fist, The Living Weapon #9. I just thought this was a really cool cover. Okay, guess what, guys? That is the end of box 1. So let me put some of these back in here real quick. Man, it's a lot of books for a quarter a piece. Okay, give me a second. All right. So we got those. are done. Now, man, what is going to be the easiest way for me to do this? All right, hold on. I apologize. Too many books, too many comics. Okay. Get this box there. Get these books there. And get this box here. All right. God. All right, hopefully this will help me. It'll make them easier to access. All right. Box 2. Electric Boogaloo. Iron Man number 275. Just a landmark issue of Iron Man, 275th issue. Iron Man 278. I just bought a copy of this. This is the first appearance of Iron Man's new cosmic armor, and it has like Kree technology in it. So anytime you can get an Iron Man issue that features a new armor, first appearance of a new armor. Iron Man number 283. This is when they did the whole War Machine kind of taking over. And I think this is the second time that Tony Stark wears the War Machine armor, I think, in this issue. Sadly, they did not have the issue before that. Iron Man number 13. Just a cool cover. I actually own a page of original art from this very book. It's by Gene Colan, and it features Tony Stark and James Rhodes getting in and out of the armor. It's a really cool page. I'll have to dig it out sometime and show you guys. Iron Man 2020 number 1. I Walk with Monsters number 1. I Walk with Monsters, the Becky Cloonan variant cover. I'm trying to get Becky to come to Dallas Comic Show. She's been before. Valkyrie, Jane Foster Valkyrie number 1. This book was really hot for a minute. Might be again soon. Justice League of America number 193. This is the book that features the first appearance of All-Star Squadron in a preview. And I believe the artwork is by George Perez. Justice League America number 61. I grabbed this because it's got a great homage cover to a classic. I don't know if you guys know that cover, but it's an homage to a really classic JLA cover. By Kurt Swan, maybe, I think. Justice League America number 69. This was part of the whole crossover with when Doomsday was fighting Superman. And this book, I remember at the time, was really hot because nobody was picking up Justice League. And because it featured Doomsday in it, when it came out, it sold out immediately, and everybody was looking for it. Really like this cover. Justice League Europe number 42. I believe this is by Ron Randall, and it's just a really nice cover featuring some of the women of Justice League. You got Wonder Woman looking great there, Power Girl. I really dig this cover. Justice League number 47. I don't remember if there's a key moment in this issue, but I know like all the issues from this period were really hot with the whole Darkseid War. I like that cover. Okay. Making a dent, as it were. Justice League United number 12. I think this is a variant cover, but I'm not 100% sure. But it is by Tony Harris, featuring Poison Ivy. Really nice cover. Karnak number 1. Karnak, number 1 from Johnny Carson. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Maybe Comic Cryptic Castle Hills. He's probably the only one old enough in the audience to know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Karnak number 1. This is the Kirby Monster variant cover. And as you can see, it was originally like a $10 variant. But on Free Comic Book Day and the quarter comic sale, 25 cents. Marvel Age number 6. Is this the first appearance of Cloak and Dagger? It could be. A lot of times Marvel Age would preview these characters before they would... Well, you know what? I think this is previewing their ongoing or their miniseries, so it's probably not the first appearance of Cloak and Dagger. But still, it's a really cool cover. Marvel Age number 80. This is just a really nice Walter Simonson cover featuring the Fantastic Four. And Walt Simonson article. Marvel Age number 85. Grab this because it's got this great Sergio Aragonés Gru cover. And a preview of the awful 1990 Captain America movie. I think it's like a 1-page preview. You could tell they weren't really proud of it. Marvel Age number 88. First appearance of the Jim Valentino 1990 era Guardians of the Galaxy. Look at this. Win a dinner with Todd McFarlane. What are you going to do? You going to have a salad there, bud? Marvel Age number 112. Ron Lim Captain America cover. Marvel Tales featuring Spider-Man. I grabbed this because it's got this really nice Brian Stelfreeze cover. And I don't think I've ever had this book before. And you got Spider-Man, Kingpin, and Red Skull on the cover there. Really nice Brian Stelfreeze cover. Almost in an hour. Good Lord. Marvel 2-in-1. The Thing and the Living Mummy. That's a cool book. The Official Handbook of the Marvel Universe, number 9. Number 9. Number 9. I didn't notice this when I bought this, but it's got a little staining along the bottom there, so probably will not hold on to that one. Mega Man Fully Charged, number 1, Virgin variant. It's a cool book. That's the back. And then this is the same book, but this is a foil variant. It's a pretty nice book for a quarter comic. The Nail, number 1. This is a Rob Zombie, Steve Niles co-written book. Simon Bisley cover. Nat Jones did the interior artwork. As I recall, it's a pretty cool book. This is New Avengers number 2, and this is a second printing. And I don't remember why this book needed a second printing, but it's kind of a cool cover, and sometimes these second printing books go up in value, so why not? New Teen Titans number 16, and this book is notable for featuring the first appearance of Captain Carrot. Right there. And it also features George Perez artwork, which that's reason enough to buy it. So, okay. Let me set these aside here so I can keep going through this box. All right. We are at an hour, or almost at an hour. So I apologize again for the length of this video. I'm going as fast as I can, guys. Nightwing number 72, first appearance of Punchline. I want to say this is a first appearance of Punchline outside of like the Batman title, but I can't remember. I know it's part of the whole Joker War or Journey to Joker War, but for some reason I seem to recall this being her first appearance outside of like a Batman title. Omega Men number 5. This book is, now we are officially in an hour. This book is notable for being the second appearance of Lobo. Omega Men number 3 is Lobo's first appearance. His second appearance is in this issue, and this is the first time they actually name him as Lobo. So kind of a cool book to get for a quarter. Original Sin number 1 variant cover featuring Deadpool dancing with the Watcher. I don't know. Good grief. And then they had this variant, which is like a sketch variant. I don't know. I just grabbed it because, you know, it's a quarter. Why not? But I don't recall ever seeing this book. I don't know if this is a second printing. Vertigo Resurrected, Sandman presents Petrifax. This is a 100-page spectacular, and it features Mike Carey doing the scripting and Steve Lealoha doing the artwork, and it's a big deluxe book, as you can see right there. Never seen that book before. Man, I'll buy this all day long at a quarter. Promethea number 1. That's a really nice book. Excellent copy, too. The Psycho number 1, featuring artwork by Dan Brereton. This is a big deluxe format book. I don't know why, but when they put this book out, they did several different variants, and all they did was they changed the color of the DC logo here and the Psycho logo here. So there's something like 5 or 6 different variations of this book. I don't remember if there's any with different artwork, but I know there's different color schemes. This is a cool book. This is The Punisher number 13. In this issue, the Punisher confronts cops who have the Punisher logo on their car and basically tells them, knock it off, because you guys are not me and you don't get it. Like, you putting the Punisher logo on your car is not, that's not who I am. That's not what you're supposed to be, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this issue was the issue where that happened, and this issue's got a little heat on it because of that. Robin number 1 from the ongoing Robin series. There was like a foil embossed cover they did, and then this is like the regular cover that they did. Scumbag number 1, cover A. Cool book to have for a quarter. Scumbag number 1, cover B by Andrew Robinson. Secrets of the Legion of Superheroes, number 1. That's a book I've had before, but I don't think I had a copy that nice. Secret Wars number 6. This is a variant cover, and as you can see, it's a 1 in 25 variant. And I know this book had some heat on it because I remember it popping up on comicbookinvest.com or whatever because of this team, I think. So maybe one of you guys could tell me if it still has heat on it. I don't recall. But as you can see, it's a 1 in 25, and they originally had it marked $14.99. But during the quarter comic sale, it's a quarter. Happy to buy that for a quarter. Silver Sable number 12. I love this series. I'm sorry, Silver Sable number 7. Silver Sable and the Wild Pack number 7, illustrated by my buddy Stephen Butler. And then this is number 12. And I think this issue is not illustrated by Stephen Butler. And then this is number 13. I think I'm slowly but surely getting every issue of this series. Although the later issues are really hard to find. Okay. I thought this was kind of cool. $6 Million Man, Season 6, number 1, featuring a cover by Alex Ross. Really nice Lee Majors there. And then look at this, man. $6 Million Man Season 6, Number 3 photo cover featuring Lee Majors. Looking like James Bond. $6 Million Man Season 6, Number 5 photo cover of Lee Majors. Pretty cool. He's going to be in town in, is it June or July? I think he's going to be in town. I'm going to try to go see him. Maybe I'll get one of those signed. Spider-Man number 21, featuring Spider-Man and Deathlock. Eric Larson artwork. Spectacular Spider-Man number 220. This is one of those flip books. Web of Death. This is one side featuring Mary Jane, and that's the other side. This is a book I just picked up in another sale, but it's kind of a cool book to have. First appearance of Spider-Side, Spectacular Spider-Man 222, or I think it's the first cameo, I guess. Spectacular Spider-Man number 243. It's Spider-Man. I got it for $0.25. That's the only justification I have on this one. Spectacular Spider-Man 247. Plus, these issues are kind of hard to find. It's Jack-O-Lantern versus Spidey with the life of J. Jonah Jameson in the balance. I thought that was a cool cover. Sensational Spider-Man number 5, Blood Brothers Part 5, The Fiery Fury of the Molten Man. Now, come on, he'd be dead, right? Like, Spider-Man would be dead. This guy's literally, if he's a molten man, Spider-Man's not going to survive that. But somehow, is the proportional strength of a spider. Sensational Spider-Man number, what number is this? 6? I think it's 6. You know what? If it's a Spider-Man book and it's $0.25, I'm not going to say no. Sensational Spider-Man number 12, The Final Trap. Okay, this is a cool book. I'm curious if anybody out there knows about this book. So this is from a comic book publisher called Adventure Comics. Star Rangers issue number 3. Look at this crazy Dave Dorman needle to the eye cover. Kind of reminds you of the old pre-code horror EC books. Mike at Comic Crypto Castle Hills, I know you're going to dig this. But yeah, look at this Dave Dorman cover. But that's not the reason I picked this book up. I've had this book before. Even though the cover is amazing and totally worth picking up the book for, this actually features extremely early artwork from Adam Hughes. But if you saw it, you would never know it was Adam Hughes. It's Adam Hughes learning, and it's I'm sure he would say this, so I can probably safely say it. It ain't that great. But still, it's like super early artwork from Adam Hughes, and you got this awesome Dave Dorman cover. So yeah, really happy to get that. I've had that book before. I've never had a copy that nice. Not that it really means much. It's probably not worth anything. Star Slayer, The Log of the Jolly Roger, number 3. Does anybody know why I picked this up? This is not the first appearance of the Rocketeer. That would be issue number 2 of Star Slayer. But it is the second appearance of the Rocketeer in a backup story. So, and this is a really nice copy. Happy to get that. Vader, Star Wars Vader Down, number 1. This is a variant cover. I am not sure who the artist is, but I thought it was a nice cover, so I went ahead and grabbed it. Star Wars, okay. I'm not really sure what this is. It's a variant. but I don't know. It says number 4. So I'm going to guess this is just the regular Star Wars series, and this is issue 4, and it's a action figure variant by John Tyler Christopher, and it features Chewbacca, obviously, for a quarter. You know, happy to get that. Star Wars Shattered Empire number 1. This is a variant cover. I don't know if it's 1 in 10, 1 in 25. Not the most exciting variant cover, but as you can see, it was marked, what is that, $14.99? Yeah, $14.99. But during the quarter comic sale, it's a quarter. I didn't have it, so why not? Okay. What else we got here? Supergirl and Team Luthor, number 1. I just always love this Kerry Gamble cover. Kerry, of course, is a good friend of mine. I had him at my last show. I'm sure I'll have him again. I probably got like 10 copies of this book signed, but I always like this cover, so why not? Supergirl number 40. Really cool cover. And I think they reveal the villain in this issue. I think it's somewhat of a minor key, because as you can see, she's got her mask taken off here. Superwoman. Happy to get this. Superman number 354. Just a really cool classic Superman cover. Love that black background. Really cool. And I don't think I had this issue. I'm a big Superman collector, so I have a ton of Superman comics. This is a book I always tell people to grab if you see it cheap. This is Superman number 21 from the John Byrne run, and it is the return of Supergirl. But the book you really want, I mean, this is a great one because the cover's classic. It's really, really cool. Issue 17 is her first appearance coming back. This, I guess, would be considered like her first full appearance, maybe. I don't know. But issue 17 is one that you want to find, too. And she's not on the cover of issue 17. But yeah, I always liked this cover. I always thought it was really good. Surprised to see this in there, man, for a quarter. Superman 75, The Death of Superman. This is the, what is it, newsstand, regular newsstand cover. But yeah, that book's still got a little bit of heat on it. Superman 81, this is the return of Superman in this title. Superman 165, I just always like this cover by Mike Wieringo. This issue features the JLA. It's a Christmas cover. I actually have a copy of this somewhere signed by Mike Wieringo too. And this issue featured several different contributing artists. It had Arthur Adams, Joe Madureira, Humberto Ramos, Cam Smith did the inks. I was hoping at some point I could get all those other guys to sign it. This is a cool book. I don't think I've ever had this book before. This is Superman 221. It's a Villains United tie-in, but this is the first Bizarro versus Professor Zoom race. How cool is that? You know, you always hear about the Superman versus Flash race issues. This is the first race between Bizarro and Professor Zoom, and I just thought that was so cool. So, very happy to get this book. How is this not a book that people are talking about? I'm going to see if I can find some more copies of this. Really, really thought this was fun. Superman Man of Steel number 10. I picked this up because it features a great homage to the Crisis on Infinite Earths cover. Panic in the Sky crossover. John Bogdanove art. Superman Man of Steel number 25. You've seen me show this book off several times. Fred Hall Direct Edition. He's another buddy of mine that always picks this book up whenever he sees it. And I think it's a smart investment because when Superman died, This was the first issue that the real Superman returns. And it's on the last page of the book, but it's also on the cover. So the real Superman is on the cover of the book and the last page of the book, and that's the first time he returns. A lot of people think, and I guess technically they're correct, a lot of people think this book was the first time he returned, but it's actually this book. And this is a book you can usually find in bargain boxes. So if you see this book, pick it up. Superman Man of Steel 25. It's a great book to have. Superman Returns, the official movie adaptation. Just a thick trade paperback movie adaptation for Superman Returns. I see Brandon Routh from time to time. If I see him again, I'm going to try to get him to sign this. I think it'd be a cool book to have signed. This is an interesting book I had never seen before. This is from Eclipse Comics, Tales of Terror, first issue, and look at that. Look at that cover. These yellow jackets, these giant yellow jackets carrying this guy away. I haven't cracked this open. I'm curious who did the artwork on the inside. It might be somebody really cool. This is Talos of the Wilderness Sea, special number 1. I picked this up because it's got a really cool Gil Kane cover and Gil Kane interior art. Dr. Von Chilla is a big Gil Kane fan, and I love me some Gil Kane as well. Oh man, this book, wow. This book I'm so happy I got. This is Target Airboy. It's another Eclipse book. Target Airboy number 1. It features a guest appearance by Clint of the adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters. But the real reason I'm happy I got this book is because it features a spectacular cover and interior artwork by Sam Keith. Look at this cover. This is almost like evocative of like, do you guys remember that Frazetta cover where the monster is like in shadow, but he's coming through like the space door and the people are in the foreground? And I don't know, there's just something about this cover I just think is really, really cool. And look at that, just haunting. But yeah, Sam Keith, cover and interior art. Very happy to get that. Very, very happy to get that. Taskmaster number 1. I think this is just cover A. Thunderbolts number 105. It's a Civil War tie-in issue. Everybody still with me? Jeez, an hour and 18 minutes. All right, this is kind of cool. The Twilight Zone. This is from Now Comics. It's a big, thick, deluxe format book, as you can see right there. And it is written by Harlan Ellison and features artwork and a cover by Neil Adams. Look at that. Crazy, right? Really happy to get that for $0.25. Ultimate Fantastic Four number 25. Just a really cool Greg Land cover featuring Namor and Sue Richards. Ultimate Spider-Man number 87. I want to say this is the first Ultimate Black Cat, but I think she actually appears in an issue before this. This might be her first cover appearance. Ultimate Wolverine versus Hulk, the director's cut, which collects issues 1 and 2, featuring artwork by Leinil Francis Yu. Really cool book. A Universe X special, Iron Men, featuring a cover by Alex Ross. Really cool Alex Ross cover there. I don't think I've ever seen this book. Vampire the Masquerade number 1, featuring a cover by David Mack. The Walking Dead number 193. This is the final issue of The Walking Dead, and this is a first printing. This book did go into second printing. It's a big, thick deluxe book. If you guys don't know the story on this book, they did not warn retailers when this book came out. Retailers just ordered normal quantities, and when it came out, it was like, hey, guess what? The series is over. That's it. No more Walking Dead. They even went so far as to solicit fake further issues of The Walking Dead to make people think this would not be the last issue, and it turned out to be the last issue. So it sold out immediately, because once word got out, everybody was like, what? So yeah, happy to get that for $0.25. The Warlock Chronicles #3, I bought this strictly for the cover, because it's got Mephisto, Adam Warlock, and my boy Thanos on it. Really like that cover. Is that Tom Rainey? And now begins a whole bunch of Web of Spider-Mans. So hold on to your butts. If you don't like Web of Spider-Man, you're going to hate the next few minutes. Web of Spider-Man #5, featuring Doc Ock. Web of Spider-Man #16. Web of Spider-Man #39. Web of Spider-Man #44. Why do I have 2 of these? For some reason I have 2 of these. I don't know why. Web of Spider-Man #55. Oh, I know why. Because I went back later and was going through and I found a couple extra issues of Web of Spider-Man and I wasn't sure if I had already got it or not. Web of Spider-Man #60. Hey, free energy, Dr. Doom. Web of Spider-Man #61. I used to own a page of art from this issue and I sold it. Or actually I traded it, I think. It was by Alex Saviuk. Wasn't one of his best pages, but still, I kind of wish I'd held on to it. I always liked this cover. Web of Spider-Man #62. You got that really nice black background, the return of the Molten Man. Just a classic Spider-Man cover. Web of Spider-Man #63. Web of Spider-Man #64. This one's got a lot going on. Web of Spider-Man #65, featuring Kingpin. And look at this, you got Graviton, Titania, Goliath, Brothers Grimm, the Trapster, and Kingpin all in the same issue. That's one of the things I loved about Web of Spider-Man, was they would just pack these issues full of stuff. Really like this cover. Web of Spider-Man #67, just a really nice Green Goblin cover. Man, I love these Alex Saviuk books. And not just because I'm friends with Alex Saviuk, but I do love the guy. We've known each other for a long time, and we've always been real good friends. And I think he's very underrated. Web of Spider-Man #68, featuring Tombstone, one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. Web of Spider-Man #69, featuring the Hulk. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't this the issue right before the issue where you have Spider-Hulk? Which, of course, they did not have. But that's a cool Spider-Man versus Hulk cover. Web of Spider-Man #73. Web of Spider-Man #74. Web of Spider-Man #75. Web of Spider-Man #76. Spidey Busts Loose, featuring the Fantastic Four. It's a cool issue. Web of Spider-Man #77. Web of Spider-Man #78. Cloak and Dagger joined Spider-Man. along with Firebrand. Web of Spider-Man number 79, featuring the Killer Android. Web of Spider-Man number 81. This is the first appearance of Bloodshed, which is like a petty thief that has this armored tech suit. I just bought this in a sale from Boomerang Comics, and I managed to get 2 copies. So, yeah, it's the first appearance of a minor Spider-Man villain. You never know if they'll do something with it. Web of Spider-Man number 83. Enter Hypertron 1.0. Is he Spider-Man's greatest foe, best friend, or both? Or nothing? Probably nothing. Most likely it's probably nothing. Web of Spider-Man number 85. Web of Spider-Man number 87. Featuring Hobgoblin and was that Kingpin? Who else is in here? It's like a bunch of people. Web of Spider-Man number 88. Spider-Man and the Rose fighting together. Web of Spider-Man. Oh, there's another copy of 88. I don't know why I have 2 of those. Web of Spider-Man number 89. The new Blood Rose, so they transformed the Rose into Blood Rose. I think this was in the 90s when they were trying to copy Image Comics, make everything blood this and blood that. Web of Spider-Man 91. Wow, look, Betty Brant's getting in on the action here. I don't know what that supporting character is called. Web of Spider-Man 92, At the Mercy of the Foreigner's Forces. The Foreigner is going to be featured in the Kraven movie. And for some reason I have 2 of those. I don't know why. Okay, so that's those. We're getting close, guys. We're getting close. But I still got some more Web of Spider-Mans to go through. Web of Spider-Man number 98. Web of Spider-Man number 104. This features an Infinity Crusade crossover. Cosmic stuff going on there. Web of Spider-Man number 105. Plus Nightwatch and Deathgrin. Deathgrin? Web of Spider-Man number 106. Web of Spider-Man number 107. First appearance of, what is it? Sandstorm. That's another book I just picked up recently. It's a new minor Spider-Man character. Web of Spider-Man 108, which continues the Sandstorm storyline. Web of Spider-Man number 109. Web of Spider-Man number 110, Fighting the Lizard. Web of Spider-Man number 111, still Fighting the Lizard. Web of Spider-Man number 112. Web of Spider-Man number 114. Web of Spider-Man number 115. I think the title was kind of losing steam at this point. Web of Spider-Man number 116, or I guess you could say it was just kind of on cruise control. Web of Spider-Man number 117. There's actually a foil version of this cover. This is just the regular, I guess, newsstand version of it. And finally, Web of Spider-Man number 124. Featuring the Scarlet Spider. Okay, so that's it for the Web of Spider-Mans. We're almost done with this box. Just got a few more things that feature later lettering, I guess you could say. This is We Only Find Them When They're Dead, #1. Wraparound. Well, not a wraparound cover, but you get the idea. West Coast Avengers #33. I want to say something happens in this issue, but I can't remember off the top of my head. West Coast Avengers Annual #1. I've been on a real West Coast Avengers kick lately. I've been picking up a lot of back issues of this title because there's a lot of like key moments that happen in there. What the #24, and I picked this up because it's an Infinity Gauntlet parody, and I love me some Thanos, so thought that was kind of fun. It's kind of a cool book. The Witching Hour #73. Random stuff in there, guys, like just a real mixed bag. Weapons of Mutant Destruction #1, WMD. Wolverine #19, Tiger Shark. X-Force #107. I just really like this cover by Will Spertasio. I just think it's a really sexy Domino cover. X-Force #2, second printing variant. I just thought it was interesting, so I grabbed it. X-Man #16. This comes after issue 15, which is the first cameo of Onslaught. So they kind of continued that storyline in 16 and 17. So that's 16, and this is 17. X-Man is not a title that is like a good seller in the aftermarket, but those issues are probably good to have. X-Men The Wedding Special #1. This is the J. Scott Campbell cover for that. X-Men Gold #1, second printing. I think this is where they corrected the stuff that was really controversial that got printed in the original print. X-Men Gold #3, also a second printing. Youngblood #3, first appearance of Supreme. I got 2 of those. All right, now we're bringing it home. I pulled these aside. I did not put them in order because I wanted to end with them because I thought they were really cool. These, I would say these are the crown jewels of what I was able to find in the sale. So we'll start with Archie Comics #187. Just a really fun kind of classic Archie issue in really good shape. Archie's Girls, Betty and Veronica #300. Hey kids. Hi kids, we'd like to dedicate this 300th collector's issue to all our fans around the world. Love, Betty and Veronica. Walt Disney Super Goof. This is I don't remember what number this is. Interesting story about this book. I actually had this book once before, and my old apartment got flooded, and it was one of the books that perished in the flood. So it was kind of cool to get this back again. And this is actually a better copy than the one I had before. And I went ahead and bagged and boarded it so you can see the back. So that's just a nice golden age book. World's Finest #149. Just a really cool classic World's Finest issue. I mean, this was in the quarter box. Can you believe this? It's not a beautiful copy, but I mean, for a quarter, I'll buy it all day. And last but not least, super happy to get this Bugs Bunny's album number 4. What does this say? 4. Looks like it says 498. It's a Dell Comics Bugs Bunny comic, Golden Age Bugs Bunny comic. This is a 10 center. And again, I was really surprised at the condition on this. It was really nice. And I really love that cover. So, probably the only Bugs Bunny Dell comic, Golden Age Dell comic that I'll have in my collection. But hey, I'm happy to have it. So, there you go, guys. That is my collected in Fort Worth quarter comic haul. Free comic book day, quarter comics at Collected. Oh my God. I was so happy to get all of those. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, I am so sorry that this video ran so long. And it scares me to death because I got another one I got to make. And there's even more books in the other one. But I think I can go a little faster on that one because that one is mostly new stuff. Whereas this one was more like back issues. Like the one I'm about to do after this, a lot of it is like stuff that's come out like in the last year or two. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I highly recommend, if you are in the DFW area, check out Collected. It's off of Altamere in Fort Worth. My buddy Ron Killingsworth owns it. Go to staycollected.com. That's their web address. And you can find them on Facebook. Just look up Collected Fort Worth and look for the store off of Altamere. They also have a second store in Keller, Texas, which is run by a good buddy of mine, Brent Irwin. And it's part of the same company, but either store you go to, you're going to do great because these guys have a wonderful selection. But yeah, if you go, be sure and tell them Mark Walters sent you. They have great stuff. Both of these guys just moved their store into new locations. So they have brand new stores, brand new fixtures, like really cool stuff. And I was excited that they were able to do Free Comic Book Day in the new location as opposed to the old location. So, and I also want to thank them for allowing me to come out and be part of it because I got to actually, for the first time ever, I got to like hand out Free Comic Book Day books to people. That was kind of fun. It was an interesting experience. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. More information about Collected at staycollected.com. Check them out. I promise you won't be disappointed. You can also order stuff online from them. They have a service called Brainy Comics where they do exclusive store variants and things like that. So check that out as well. For more information about me, Mark Walters, you can go to bigfanboy.com. That is my long-running movie news and review website. You can also check out DallasComicShow.com. Again, the next Dallas Comic Show is August 12th and 13th coming up. It's a little ways away, but I'll keep plugging it as we get closer. And I do have another quarter comic haul video that I've got to make. I think I may wait a few days before I get to that one. Some quick shout outs. I did get to see Spidey Fan when I was at Zeus for Free Comic Book Day. And of course my regular commenters like Free Energy, Sean Hogan, Louis V. By the way, Louis, you posted a comment on one of my previous videos and I replied to you. Let me hear from you because I'm definitely interested in what you offered. Let's see, Comic Crypto Castle Hills, of course, Mr. Rigor Mortis 86, Fred Hall Direct Edition, The Doom 143, Seeking Nearmet Comics, Tito with Kingdom Comics. I'll throw in a plug for Dr. Von Chilla. I don't think he's making any new videos, but all of his old stuff's great to watch. Yeah, who else am I not mentioning? Oh, I hate it when I do this because I can't remember everybody when I'm doing the shout outs, but yeah, Cables Comics, but see, he changed his name. I can't remember what he changed his name to. But yeah, there's a lot of great stuff out there, guys. You know, support the community. You know, I want to start getting back into doing some acts of kindness. I actually owe a couple people acts of kindness that I'm behind on, including Cables Comics. I feel terrible about that. I've just been swamped lately. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that Free Comic Book Day haul. And again, my apologies for it being so long. If you guys like this content, please do me a favor, like and subscribe down below. I would very much appreciate it. I am trying to build up my subscriber count. My name is Mark Walters. This has been Mark's Comic Haul, y'all. Free Comic Book Day, Quarter Comic Haul, Video 1.